yeah, where did we leave off? We were working on these things. I think all we have left is, you can hear me right, okay? What's this? How's my audio? Oh, it looks good. It looks awesome. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so we're going to add the glass around these things, and I think these are done. Do we have the glass on us? Let's check inside of our shulker box. No. Okay, we'll go get some glass upstairs. Sprint. Today is pub trivia and eating out night. I'm pretty excited. Last night, or last weekend, we were going to eat out at this one pub in town, but they were full. So tonight is a redo. We're going to see if they have space for us. Just in case there's not enough with this, we'll also grab this. I hope that's enough. All right, let's get down to where we have to go. Over here. Oh, it looks like I haven't finished these either. Ooh. Okay, so let's also grab some of the so the magma blocks, which looks like we have. We're also going to need some of those ocean monument blocks. Which we don't have very many of. Okay, let's go grab some more. Can you join? This is a so sort of this is a server, a patron server. So if you're a patron of mine or Scody, here's some information on the server. If you're a patron of either myself or Scody Garbitas, then you're able to get on here if you're the proper level of a patron. But otherwise, it is not available for the public. So I apologize. It's also PC. So if you right now they don't have cross-platform for them. So if you're not, I should if it doesn't say in there, I should add information that it's PC only. So if you're on, let's say Xbox, for instance, then you wouldn't be able to join. I think when we first set it up, there wasn't really as much crossover traffic. So I don't think I worried about it then, but it might be a good thing to add in there at some point. Yeah, I know. It's a pretty cool server. There's a lot of cool people in here. Like I'm heading over. The thing that we just left is one of my bases. We're heading over to the Guardian Farm, which is something that John from the server he set up. It's pretty sweet. So what we want to do is, can we just steal some of these? Oh, there's not very many here. Let's see what it takes to make those. So, Priz. Interesting. I don't have on a list the things I can make. Alright, so for some reason I don't have the recipe in my book. I don't really know how that works. So let's just go try and make it. I'm gonna guess that it's these. Oh, I see. It didn't show up because this is just saying here. I have to, okay. So what is the recipe? Alright, just a bunch of those. Good. So let's get a bunch of those on there. It is only for patrons. Yeah, that is correct. Yep, only for patrons. Alright, so there's a bunch of those on the floor. Let's make some of these. Yep, that is the server info. Alright, let's make some more. We don't need a whole lot, but we might as well grab as much as we can while we're here. Yeah, so either myself or Scody. It's a joint venture. My buddy and I, we're Team BS. We do complete the monument maps together, and so we share our patrons because we're kind of we're bros. All right. Actually, how's my fish supply? Fish supply is good. All right, let's go back to our base, over to the Iron Golem farm, and we can work on finishing up some of the projects there, so we can try and get back to our other stuff. It is a normal world. Yeah. So this is yeah, just regular survival world. We do have one command block thing for sleeping, so you're able to have it skip day and night, or able to skip day or night, and then also change the weather. So that way, if we want to, we can avoid rain and stuff like that. Because we're not all content creators, but some of us pull out YouTube videos and stuff like that. And so sometimes if it's raining or night, it's harder to do our thing. So we made it so that we're able to. So if we walk on a bed, we can click on these things. So if I want to make it night, And thunderstorms, I could. So I click on that stuff. Now it's night, thunderstorms. But then, oops, I didn't want to do that. Otherwise, you could say day and clear the weather. Now we don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, everything else is vanilla. No, not modded, and it's all survival. He added you, and it says you're on Xbox One. Yeah, so I do have an Xbox login. Ooh, I should remove that torch one. Well, I noticed it. Oh, I didn't miss the jump. My sprint didn't work. Yeah, so I don't have an Xbox, but I did make an Xbox login. But welcome, Daddy Yogiz. It has been a while. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Iron Golem Farm. Let's now I gotta find that torch. Where is it? Oh yeah, this thing. Let's remove that torch. We don't want that there. It messes up our symmetry. So let's line it up right there. Goodbye, torch. Okay. So where were we? On this guy over here, we need to put in... So if we rearrange our inventory a little bit, we can remove this just so we can get... oh, they're all actually in here. Did you build all this in survival? Yes, this is all built in survival. Some of the digging, and then some of the... This is also all ocean, too. So some of the digging and some of the water disbursement with using sand, I had some help with. But yes, otherwise, building this whole thing here, this is also Iron Golem Farm, so in the corners, inside the walls, there's Iron Golem Farms with like little fake villages and Iron Golem spawn and everything. And then these boxes here produce hostile mobs that then fall down to their death. So if we come over to the side, a different spot. So the ones that spawn in there, they fall down and they land on that thing and die. All their drops come through in the middle, go up the item elevator into the top, and then they go into this ring of chests that all around are all sorted. So there's all redstone behind all that. So if we, I guess, run over here, if I can sprint. And back here, there's a bunch of redstone that's actually controlling all the sorting for all that stuff. All right. So what we want to do is get out our stained glass. How is the water staying on in one place? So along the outside here, this is all blue stained glass, so that it's harder to notice, but there's actually glass enclosing the whole thing. And then up here, again, there's glass. Right there, there's just sort of like physics, sort of, where it falls, but then it actually falls like to the nearest spot it can go, and so it ends up falling into a little, there's like a water trench that goes along the outside here. Originally, I was going to have this all open, but water does not behave like I would expect it to. So I had to actually enclose this whole thing, unfortunately. But it works well enough. So let's put these across here. And then while we're here, we can probably, yeah, there we go. And then we'll put this back on. And this is going to be a 2-high walkway going all the way around. I can't, I guess there's a low bridge. I can't jump. There we go. So 1 there, 2 goes here. So we're going to put this walkway going all the way around. How do the physics work? Yeah, so the water will expand to 8 blocks out from its original source, and it'll when it starts flowing, it'll try to aim for the closest lowest point. So if you have, like, for instance, if you poured it right here, it wouldn't pour out evenly, probably. Instead, it would see that there's actually, here is a lower point. So instead of pouring out in a big area, it would actually probably just have a stream that comes over here and drops down. So we can test that if we want. So I believe that's how it's going to work. Now we can do some science. So what I'm expecting is that if I pour it here, it's probably just going to go here, 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 and then probably here it'll pour down. Possibly it'll split here and then pour down. So it was close. But it saw that to reach that, the quickest ways is either this way or this way. And so it picked both. So that's why it does that instead of pouring all the way around. So I was able to use some of those different techniques for for doing some of the, you know, making it so that those are open so you can walk into the water, but that it doesn't pour down. I'm gonna run out of blue stained glass before I'm done with this. I'll have to go upstairs and make some more. How long did it take to build? That is a good question. I think I've been working on this off and on for the last little bit. I'm trying to think how long. I think I've been working on. I should look this up, but I think for like the last year, or between a year and 6 months, which is a big range. But I think somewhere in between there is how long I've been working on this particular project. Oh, that was close. And so I've been sort of working on this, you know, generally speaking, 1 hour a week. Sometimes I have my off time for the digging and stuff, but I've been working on this particular side project for a while. Oh, I had a whole other stack in there. Okay, good. Good. I was worried. Yeah, I've been pretty busy working on this. We've had the server for a while now, I think. What, 2 years? I mean, I could be totally wrong on all my timing for these answers. But I feel like possibly we've had the server for 2 years-ish. Or so. Alright. That's good there. Alright, so this is all good to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up here. I'm going to lose these blocks, but that's not the biggest deal. So we'll take those out. Those will despawn. And now we can go on to finish off this one. And this one I didn't quite finish some of the stuff. So if we look over here, or actually, so this is the side where I ran out of blocks. So what we're doing here is we want to have some magma blocks on our bar. And that should be it. Should be good after that. So we'll take out this. So then we build up the sides here. These sides I'm mimicking the setup for the actual real farm. But this thing on the other one that actually functions, there's a slime farm for one of these things. The slime farm part of it, they land down in the magma blocks and then they die and then their items get all sucked up. What is the magma for? The magma blocks kill. Well, so in this particular one, they don't do anything, because this particular spot here isn't in a slime chunk. But if it is in a slime chunk, like one of these ones, I think that one over there is in a slime chunk. So what happens is the slime spawns on there. They hop around for a while, and they drop down onto where the magma blocks are. They die because when they're on magma blocks, they slowly take damage, and then all their drops. So then the big one dies, then it produces the medium ones, they all die, produces the small ones, they die, and then there's a bunch of the slime balls. So then I have underneath the one that actually functions, I have a hopper minecarts underneath this that then absorb those and then put all the items. Eventually it gets up into the item elevator and into the storage. Welcome, Dash. Maclo. Why am I having a welcome, Dash? I'm having a hard time pronouncing your last name for some reason. I'm all tongue-tied. Welcome to the stream. Then we need to finish off this side. So this is the original design of it, but I've since changed it to have the squared off sides. And then I think this one will have water, so we want to close this back up. Then we can start building in the floor. So we're just finishing off this corner to match the same design as the other ones. And then now that this is here, we don't want any bad guys to spawn in here, so we add some torches in just to keep the mobs from spawning in. Read it after the stream. Okay, yeah. Welcome, Blazing Damon. Welcome. Or Demon? Damon or Demon? A demon, I guess. Oh, yes. Are you a program that runs on a server? Or are you a demon? Alright, and then we want to put the magma blocks. Boop. Like come across here, and then we just have to finish off the top here, and then we put these lights here. One, to mimic the design, but then also that's to make it so that mobs don't spawn, or so it's lit enough over here, although I guess I'm putting glass on top of this, so it doesn't really matter. But originally I didn't have the glass in the design, so I had to have these lights to be able to produce enough light there so I didn't have mobs spawning on there. But now it doesn't matter as much, because there's actually, I believe the glass on here prevents the spawning, I think. Or you can just say blaze. Okay, blaze or blazing. Sounds good. Oh, it looks like I didn't finish this side. So now we'll do this side. Now we'll have to remove these temporarily. And then dig out the side and do the same pattern that we just did over there. Okay, this is the water, so we want to close it back up and then build in the floor. I think this will be the last corner we have to do. Screwed that up, but that'll work. I'm a pro. Well, thank you. I do my best. And that's good over there. And now we'll put in the lights again, so we don't have any spawns inside of this little empty area, because that would be no good. Because these things here are mob farms, so if there are mobs that are spawning in here, not falling down and dying, then that would count against the available drops. That's no good. Not good. All right, and we gonna put in the slime or the magma blocks right here. Come on, you can reach. There we go. Okay, and then lights here. Oh, low bridge. And then over here, what we'll actually do is, since there's a low bridge, it's harder to put some of the blocks in here. So I'll build the glass part of it at the same time. And then these go here. And then we actually have to dig ourselves out because we can't... Oh, we can get out. Good. Never mind. And like that. There we go. And then over here, we can finish off this side. And I think we might run out, possibly. Yeah, we're going to run out of... We have to go make some more blue, light blue stained clay. Or light blue stained glass. There we go. Why did you get so much prismarine? How did I? Oh, we have a guardian farm. So early in the stream I was there, but we have a guardian farm so that they we're out of blocks. Okay, let's go get some more. Go make some more. If we had enough glass to make it. Although I guess actually, well, is this Silk Touch? No, Silk Touch. There we go. Part of the plan is I'm going to remove these so I can borrow some of these. But yeah, we have a guardian farm on the server. So we actually just AFK, sit around at that farm, and we get all the materials we need to make all these blocks. Oops. It's a shame. Alright, I'll have to go get that. I don't have spare blocks on me for it. Can you show me the guardian farm? Yes, I can. I need to act... I don't know if I'll have to run there this episode quite yet, but if I have time later on in the episode, I will run over there. It's a pretty cool design. John Fowl from the server, he set it up. Works pretty effectively. Oops. Oop. So I'm just going to try to move these, but not break everything else in the process. And over here. We don't have I had a beacon up for a while, which would make this be a little bit more dangerous, but since those are turned off, then I have a little bit more time to fiddle with that. Okay, let's go up a layer. And we can grab some glass from there, and then also just make some. Because these guys, actually this layer is fine. These layers are going to stay. It's the other one that's down there. I didn't quite exactly like the layout. That's interesting. I don't remember. I wonder if I'm going to do that for all that or not. I'll think about it. All right. Anyway, let's make some light blue. Let's see. So what do we have in here? Actually, let's switch these picks just so I don't forget and not repair it. So we need light blue. So we have the materials for that now. We're going to need glass. Do I have just regular glass? I do. Good. Okay. So let's get some of those in the floor. I don't need any more. I don't need very much of those prismarine, so we'll dump those off. So we have some space to do some work. And let's make some light blue dye. And then we can make there we go. Okay, make a stack of those. And then we do that. Make those. Oh, inventory's full now. Okay. So let's throw a bunch of this over there. How did you use lapis lazuli? How do you use... so what I did is I used this little crafting grid here, which at least in the PC edition, I don't know if it's on Xbox or not, but this thing makes it a little easier. So basically I used bone meal and lapis to produce light blue dye. And then that I'm using to then make stained glass, which then I'm using to make panes. So, oh, I'm sorry. How do you say, right, how do you say lapis lazuli? That's actually one that I was trying to explain. I was telling my wife a story about lapis, and I kept on messing up having problems pronouncing the name, pronouncing lazuli. Lapis. I don't know how to say it. I guess is the short answer to that is I messed up quite a bit when I was trying to say it. Which one is the one I'm working on? This one over here. Okay. So now we just need to finish off the stained glass. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's lapis lazuli. That's not right. Lapis I don't know. I'd have to hear somebody say it, then I could say it fine. But for some reason, I'm trying to add extra things in there. It's a complicated word for me, for some reason. And then 2 there, so we don't want spawns to be there. And then we'll be done with this part. Once we finish this. And then, if we have time, yeah, we have time. Then I need to work on some labeling for chests, which I think is the next part. Welcome, the Puka. How are you? How are you doing? Okay, we have finished that. We've put that thing on there. Good, everything's perfect. So now we can pop up here, and we can destroy these. They will disappear. Not a big deal. Let's go up top and clean up our inventory. Welcome to Puka. Alive. Welcome to being alive, the Puka. Alright, let's put a bunch of this stuff away. So, looks like the glass is kind of going over here. And then we have random stuff. Let's throw some stuff in there. Excellent. Perfect. Everything's in its right spot. Okay, and then we need to, I think, let's look at our signs. So this is tasks that I haven't really been, finish walkways, down, done. System, I have to label the chests. Okay. Call me any, okay. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to make, I think we're going to do signs. So if we come down here, there's all these chests. And they all have different stuff. They're all sorted to have different things. They're either empty or they are sorted. So like this is a bone meal block. So then this is trying to let people know that bone meal or bones are inside of here. But that block is really weird. And I was considering like dipping it down. But then you have problems where once you reach here, what block do you put here? Because over here there might be something and there might be something else different there. So, so what I'm considering is I might put signs on here indicating what is on either side. No, I want the water to be there. I want the water to stay as sort of a feature feature of the base. So what I'm thinking is signs, because I could put signs in there on the chest, but then they would displace the water, and I don't really want that. So what I'm considering is putting in signs here. So there would be like 4 signs indicating what is around that side. And so having 4 signs, I could, I mean, let's assume that I'm going to abbreviate things so that it's only taking up 1 line. Then that would be, are there 3 or 4? There's 4 lines on a sign. So that would be, let's say I did 3 of them. So that'd be 12. Yeah, no, yeah. I haven't taken out the water ever. So this water is staying. This is a feature of the base. So that the storage is inside the water. So that you have to wear a helmet with respiration on it to really use the base. Let's look at our slime supply. Okay, so that's building up over time. That's from that like pretty inefficient slime farm, but it's working. So I think 4 signs is probably gonna be enough. I mean, so something to I might like some things I might abbreviate. Other things like I might want to like say these are like the same sort of thing. So I don't know which direction is which. Let me think about. Here's that stuff. So over here is where it starts. So as a for instance, down here we have these chests here are for diorite. And so they fill up there. And then this one here is for andesite, and then granite, and then smoothstone. And smoothstone is actually for quite a bit in theory. I mean, so if it actually fills up, smoothstone would come all the way over. It's interesting that there'd be a gap. That's kind of weird to me. All right, unless these are programmed together, possibly. Either way, so smoothstone would be. I mean, I guess that already counts for a lot of it. But I would want a system for so that when they look at the signs, they would know like how much they can skip. So I guess if we looked at it as these all might be programmed separate, so that'd be 5 things there. Although this one is these always the same. Maybe let's actually take a peek at the back. So the way I have it programmed. There, okay. So if I, oh my goodness, I got a bunch of random stuff thrown in my inventory. Yes. So so the last 2 are always the same. So there's actually only 4 there. So that would be 1 sign. And then we have 2 things here. And then 2 more things here. Followed by all of this being the same. Is that always the case? So let's scoop around to here. So we have, again, we have 4 things. 2 and these 2. And then that one is all of this. So I think so. I think that'll work. So really, it's always going to be... so this is, I mean, this is a little bit weird. So this is this one of the sides, but I don't have an opening here. So that complicates things a little bit. Maybe the sign will, maybe there'll be a sign on top that indicates what's in the very middle spot. So we have the 4. We have these 4 here. So we really only need 3 3.25 signs per direction. Because it's you know counting these 4 and then these here. So it might make sense to have, okay, so 1 sign for these. I could do 1 sign for these 2. And then 1 sign for the last 3. And so whatever's in the bottom is what's going to be a lot of things. So for instance, this one is sorted to be slime balls. So for some reason, I thought that slime balls should have all of this. Which seems like overkill. So I might change that at some point. But I have a lot of storage, so it's okay. So then let's do that. So we're gonna, and then I'll have a sign like I was saying on top. If you know, if there's something actually in that chest, most of the 3 of them will have it, and the other ones won't. So that's what we're gonna work on. We're gonna make signs. So if you, oh my god, that's a dangerous fall. Okay, now we're not gonna go that way. We're gonna go this way. Somewhere there's a door. I ran around it a little bit. I think it's probably this one. Yeah, this is the one. This is the input here. So here's a little bit more safe. We can come over here. Awesome. I don't want this stuff on me. So we're going to make a bunch of signs. So we want 3 signs on either side, possibly one on top. So let's just say 7 for each of these. So 7 times 4 is 14 times 2, which is 28, I think. So I need 28 signs, give or take, depending on if I did that math right. So signs, we want 28, I think. We want more signs. So let's make a bunch of these. Boop. Bunch of sticks. Bunch of signs. Oh, that's right, they don't stack to that. I don't know, let's just make some more sense. There we go, that's plenty of signs. Okay, good. And now we will put down signs. So let's actually start with where I know more stuff is. Because I don't know exactly how everything's programmed. But, so over here, these are already kind of labeled. So we can see that it is, so we're going to do 3, starting from here. So it's going to be, I should have taken notes, but because I can't edit the signs, I'm trying to see what the blocks are. So I have, the first is granite. No, what is that? Diorite. Diorite. Hey, you even sold diorite. Diorite? Maybe? And then we have andesite. That looks right. And then we have granite. And we have stone. That's technical name. It's, smooth stone, but it's, stone is what it actually is. And then the next sign is going to be these 2 things, and which is actually, so these are sorted out. There's sorting for these 2 things. So we're going to describe the next 4 chests. So that's going to be just stone. Is the next sign. Yeah. So stone. So it seems redundant, but that's the system. And then we describe the next one. So we have cobblestone, 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 and then iron is the last, where it continues on for a really long time. So we're going to do, and it's describing 3 things. So, I mean, we can do a cobble and then iron. So this, whatever is the last thing here is the thing that continues on for a whole bunch. And so really, if we wanted to, I'll put it there, I guess. Because it's describing just 2 things. Yeah, so I'll be one there and then one below that, but okay, good. And then this is the axis hatch. So that's describing what's in the middle. And then over here, this is actually all miscellaneous, I think. We can double check to see how it's programmed, but I believe all these are set up to be miscellaneous. So it's whatever's left over. Let's try and get up there. Yeah, so it's actually, so the leftover starts. This is program. Yeah, so all of this is miscellaneous. All of these 5 are miscellaneous. So we can come over here and make this top one is gonna, so it's starting from the top down, which is, it's going counterclockwise for this sign, but so and it's describing 4 things, so we're gonna say misc. We'll put it at the top one, but if it's blank, it's considered to be also whatever's below it. And then what? Then what is the program to do? So these 2 here are what we're looking at. So they're not doing anything. Are they even programmed to do anything? Probably not. So let's try and get up here. So that is these. So they're programmed, a button apparently is what I put in there. So I'm pretty sure that it was just like nothing. It's interesting. I did that. I did that for everything. Okay. So anything that I didn't want, I didn't have anything programmed in yet, is just blanks. All right. So let's. So for this one, it's going to be. I'm going to make notes because otherwise I'll forget by the time I get around. So for the middle chest, so we have on the top it's misc, which we've already made, followed by these 2, which is blank, so just a blank sign. And then the next one is going to describe these 3, which is blanks. So that sign's easy. Let's go over here and start doing the next signs around just so we can plan it out. So going clockwise, we'll start from the middle. So currently this one is another axis hatch. What are these programmed to do? Oh, these are all blanks. So yeah, these are all blanks. So I guess I might add in the redstone here to make that one be filled in. But so we have blanks. Is this all blanks going around here? Okay, so we have arrows at the end here. So from the next one going clockwise, so the next opening is going to be blank, blank, and then the last one is blank, and then the it'd be the third thing is arrows. So blank, blank, arrow, and then that's weird. And then here we still have to add this in, but it's going to be eventually blank. And then I don't know if this makes sense to anybody else. So button, 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 button. Okay, so then the first sign is blank. So we can, you know, future we can store stuff in here. The next sign is going to be blank, followed by so blank, blank, bones. So blank, blank, bones. So the idea is that the bones get to carry a whole bunch of stuff all the way around. All right. And then, so that's that. We'll put that down. And then, should I start with that and then come back? Because I might screw up what I'm working on. Well, I can do it based on where the bones are and arrows. Okay. So then this one, which we're actually going to start from the middle here. So this is the middle column. So then this is blank on top. Then we're going to go this direction. So blank, 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 blank. And so this is, okay, blank, 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 blank. It's the word of the day. Blank, blank. And blank, blank, gunpowder. Gunpowder, okay. And then on this side, so what's the middle? For middle, blank, 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 okay. Blank, blank. Blank, blank, slime balls. Yeah, okay. And then the next one over. There's a torch. Next one is blank. And then going this direction, blank, 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 okay. So all the ones that are blank here, we're able to later on program that to do something else. So if we look in the miscellaneous, and there's like a lot of, you know, some other block that I'm not currently sorting, I can change some of these blanks to start storing that thing. So then this direction, oh, I didn't check all these. I'm assuming these are blank. Yep. And then poppies. Okay. And if you notice this one, so these are named funny. This one is just regular poppies, so they're actually collecting there. And then going around, have we already repeated everything? I don't think so. What's this program to do? This one's blank. So this one I might have already done. This might be my original access, yeah. So I think we're good. Okay. So then this side is miscellaneous and then otherwise blanks. Yeah. So there, that's all programmed. And then we want to go this way. What does this say? These are arrows. Okay. So we have from the top we have blank, blank, and then blank, blank. Can't do it very well with my pen in my hand. Arrows. So it's down there indicating that it's like this section in here. And then here, this is currently all open, but eventually it will be a blank chest where we can store some stuff in there. Or I'll change this to be an axis if I actually fix that, because right now there's a big hole. And then this side should be bones. So we can double check it as we go around, although I can see the bone block. So we have blank, 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 bones. And so that is this piece of paper. And then we approach this. So this one is indicating, what is this block supposed to be? Gunpowder. Oh, right here. There we go. Gunpowder. Okay. So we have over here, we have blank, 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 gunpowder. And then we have blank in the middle. And then we have blank, 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 slime, balls. And then we can see that matches. Good. We have one on top, yep. Good look, good look. So the downside is you have to go over to the signs to figure out what's in there, but at least you don't have to open up all the chests. So it's helps some. All right, so then on this side, this should be gunpowder over here. Is that what this block is trying to indicate? No, rot. Zombie flesh. Oh, I see. Okay, right. We just did gunpowder. I was doing sticky notes. Okay. So we have blank. Oh, I messed that up. That's right. And then we have blank, blank. Is it rotten flesh? What's the actual name for it? Rotten flesh? Yeah, rotten flesh. Okay. And then we have blank. We have blank, 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 poppies. And then I think we're back to the beginning. Yep, I see signs over there. Okay, so now we can start removing some of these blocks as we go around, just to clean it up. And then we can start sorting some more stuff. So like, for instance, this is the miscellaneous. So if you look, if I wanted to, I could start sorting carrots, I guess. And there's a bunch of netherrack for some reason. Dirt apparently doesn't have a spot. So dirt and sand could have their own section. And so I would just reprogram the back and then update the relevant signs. So then this, you put this right in here actually. This is where the iron goes, all the way around here. I'm about to run out of air. I don't have an axe handy, so we'll have to do that. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab some air real quick. Boop. And then we'll have to close that up there and then make the actual main maintenance hatch a little bit easier to work with. But otherwise, we are good on the labeling. We can cross that off our list, which means that we are just about good on the whole process. I think this base might be just about done, besides adding in some more sorting. I think that is everything. I don't see any other random blocks around. Okay. So then next we have actually all of this stuff. So all this stuff here needs to go away. And be put back into the sorting. Oh, and I guess the other thing I was going to do is in the main hatch, I wanted to, by a miscellaneous, have a way to filter stuff back through. So if I add a sorting thing, a way for it to all be pushed back into there. So temporarily, that's not a lot of hoppers. I was hoping for more hoppers. Do I have more inside of this chest? No. Do I have more anywhere? I could make more hoppers. Because if I had a hopper chain that went down below, I'd be able to process these a little bit faster. So we can make hoppers from these. No, we can't. We can make hoppers from those. Oh, we have a lot of these. Okay, that'll work. So then we just need iron, which I think I just saw. No, that's quartz. There's some iron. Not a lot, but some. There's some more. Yes, good. Okay, let's make hoppers. Redstone. I don't have any of the iron I collected. Good. Hoppers. Okay. Oh, we need more of the iron on us. We have a bunch on us, but they're in block form. So we can do that. Let's get rid of that on the floor and do that. Okay, now we can make a bunch of hoppers. Okay, we've turned all of our chests into hoppers. So now we can make a temporary path from here down to the bottom. So this might be the best spot right here. And then that has quite a bit of room, so we can bring it up to here. So here we're going to have a temporary, let's eat, a temporary path that goes from here all the way up to the top. And that way we could just hook the chest into this chain, and then those items will slowly be brought all the way down to the bottom, then sent all the way up to back up to the top, and then put into the sorting system. So we might actually run out of hoppers. I thought I had enough. I guess I needed more. Okay, we're almost there. And so now here, we can bring this over. Over this way. And this is temporary. I'll take this out eventually, but yep, almost enough. So then we go, what are you? You actually have important stuff in you, so let me be careful about that. I'll bring this right here. And then, can we get up through here? No. Okay, we'll go around. Okay, so now we need to make some more. So let's make some more chests. And then more hoppers. Okay, good. So if we, for now, we can actually, I guess remove this. Oops, that wasn't a silk touch pick. And then we can remove this. I'm going to try to attach. That wasn't silk touch either. So like that. So now this chest is being drained, and the stuff is all up here downstairs. And I guess actually the redstone stuff I kind of want to just keep on me. So maybe I won't put all that stuff away. Alright, and then we want to get our redstone chest here. And then we can put a bunch of the stuff inside of there. The hoppers will keep on us. We can get rid of some of the stuff that isn't actually supposed to be in this chest. Some of this rail's arguably redstone, but no. Alright, and then I guess this is sort of redstone. We can combine these. And that. Okay. Let's make redstone blocks. Oh, we don't have any redstone on us. It's actually inside of... There we go. It's not working how I want. There. Make a bunch of blocks, redstone blocks. Okay, good. Put the redstone blocks away. Grab this chest back. Okay, just so we can have it on us so we don't lose it. I also don't want to lose the sponges because they're not mine. And now this stuff we can actually just put into this chest. And that will be sucked away into the storage system. And then we want to... Oh, I got a lot of more hoppers all of a sudden. Oh, I also have to hook up the thing down below. So before I forget that, we should run down there. Oop, that's not one. There we go. Okay, so let's connect this up. Because right now all the stuff is just appearing in this bottom one here. What we want is to have that connect into this stuff over here. So for now, we can just rig up our temporary line from there, coming over this direction. And then up. So this is just a temporary line. So now all the stuff is going to sort through here, and we can watch. We can see all the stuff in here. So shortly, you'll see a bunch of redstone blocks that I had put in. All that stuff is now going all the way up top. So that is what all that stuff is doing. I need to get from here over to there. So let's go underneath. So our objective is I just wanted to get rid of all those chests that are up top. That are all nicely sorted. And have those all dump into miscellaneous, essentially. So let's do a little eat action. Oh, I guess while we're here, let's clean this up also. Because I don't like the way this looked. Okay. Actually, this side's not too bad. But I don't want it to be not matching, so we're going to remove these. I like seeing all the mobs fall. I just saw a creeper fly by. Alright. So this floor is good. Right up top. And we can hook up some more of the lines. More of the chests. So if we stand... Yeah, so some of it's going to be a little hard to try and hook everything together, but basically we can remove those, and then I think we can target the side of this chest. So now this chest is emptying out into the thing, yeah. And then we can remove that, hook up that, and eventually I'll have to repair, you know, some of the stuff I'm breaking, but... And so for now, what I'll do is I'm not going to empty all these chests because they're stacked on top of each other. I'll just empty the bottom one. So I guess I'll have to do it from here. Because the other one is obsidian. So now this chest is emptying. So eventually, once that's empty, then I can remove this chest and add a hopper. And so I'm able to just hook all these things up. And I guess, what, here... this chest up here... Well, I might leave this here just so I can still walk through. But we have finished this. We've labeled. We can get rid of this as well. And our to-do list is, well, I mean, we could add get rid of this stuff and sort things, but, and this for now I'll leave. It's sort of the only non-symmetrical thing about the base. And I guess on my bed I could remove. Sure. If I die, I'll end up somewhere else weird, but that's fine. Okay, good. And we can throw random stuff in this chest, and it will end up in the sorting system. Excellent. Yeah, so that is the base. We're basically done. I just need to do a little bit more sorting. Like, a lot of this stuff is going to end up in miscellaneous. So I'll have to figure out what I have a bunch of and then decide what I actually want to sort in a different way. Pretty cool. And let's switch out the pick so I don't forget to do that. And so it'll take time for these to empty out, but eventually I'll get there. So that is going to be it. Thank you everybody for stopping by and checking this out.